And of course, to the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, without whom these Invictus Games would never have happened. You are the one who turned this incredible idea into a reality. And as someone that you roped in early on in my time as Prime Minister, I can testify to the energy, the dedication, the commitment this man has to you and to this ideal. You have changed the lives of so many people for the better, and for that, we all owe you the deepest debt of gratitude. Thank you, Harry.
So guys, that's Canada's Prime Minister, just a part of his speech. That's Justin Trudeau at the closing ceremony in Invictus Games, and he delivered such an amazing speech, a heartwarming speech that left Harry so emotional. I'm going to have a look with you, go through the speech with you guys, and trust me, I was so emotional just as Harry was. So hi guys, welcome back to Trend Talks. I'm Emerald, and of course this is the channel where we uncover trending topics from all over the globe. As usual, remember to comment, to like, to share, and of course most importantly to subscribe. So the Invictus Games just came to an end. Yes, the Invictus Games are finally over, and a lot of people actually showed up to support the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry himself, and they were really proud of what he has achieved when it comes to the Invictus Games. I'm going to do parts of the highlights of what went down during the closing ceremony, but one of the most beautiful moments, it was the speech from the Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau himself, and it was a speech that actually left Harry super emotional. Listen, I think in that moment when Harry was listening to his speech, I think it dawned on him of everything he's been able to achieve, like just to be told that people are really proud of you for what you've achieved. And then there's like a huge stadium with people who really are so happy to be there, and you made that happen. And I think when Justin Trudeau was talking, it hit Harry like, oh my god, and he was so emotional, and I am emotional as well, and I think I will be as I go through this speech with you guys, because he said such beautiful words. And I also think Harry is not used to hearing a lot of wonderful things said about him, about his wife Meghan. So I think when he hears people say wonderful things, he can't hold back his tears. He gets emotional because that's rare for him. He's done so many incredible things, but the media will find ways to just bash him, to troll him, to say bad things about him and his wife Meghan Markle. No matter what they do, they will just have bad press. And the media, the UK media, may not show you such moments where he's just vulnerable, where people are proud, because they are expecting him to be miserable. They're expecting him to go back to the UK ashamed, embarrassed, to leave his family. But our prince is actually thriving, and we are so proud of you, Harry. I am proud of you, and a lot of people from all over the world are proud of you. And regardless of what you've been through, you just continue being a good person. A lot of people, listen, if I was in Harry's shoes, Prince Harry's shoes, I don't know, prince or princess, but I think when you're constantly ridiculed, you're constantly bashed, talked bad about every single time, it gets to a point where you just can't stand it. And I'll be like, I'm done doing nice things for people who keep talking bad about me, regardless of what the media has put him and his family through. he's never changed, and he keeps thriving to make the world change. He keeps thriving to make sure the world becomes a better place. And I like that he's creating that for even his kids when they grow up. And I know, Harry, your kids when they grow up, that is Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, they are going to be so proud when they look back at this moment and be like, that's my dad and he made that possible. You are such a remarkable person, and I hope the world gives you your flowers every single time. Focus, you don't change regardless of what they say about you. And Megan, we love you and we support you. So guys, let's have a look at what Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had to say about, at the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games. So you are the one who turned this incredible idea into a reality. The Prime Minister told the Duke of Sussex, which is true. Harry incorporated this idea when he was back in the States after he watched the Warrior Games, and he saw firsthand what the power of sports, what sports can do in health and recovery journey, and he incorporated that. So here's the speech. So Prince Harry was visibly moved by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's shout out during his speech at the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025 closing ceremony. The Duke of Sussex appeared to blink back tears during the Trudeau's rousing speech on stage at the closing show for the Invictus Games at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, Canada on February 16th. Prince Harry looked emotional as Trudeau, 53, spoke from the heart about the indefatigable spirit of the athletes, the enduring friendship that unites the United States and Canada, and the global impact that Harry's Invictus Games have had. So here's what he said. To the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, without whom these Invictus Games will never have happened. The Liberal Party leader said, You are the one who turned this incredible idea into a reality. And as someone that you roped in early on in my time as Prime Minister, I can testify to the energy, the dedication, the commitment this man has to you and to his ideal. Listen, I know I'm usually gangster most of the times, but even I almost break. It's emotional. So I know Harry he really did hold back those tears. So moving on. You have changed the lives of so many people for the better, and for that we all owe you the deepest depth of gratitude. Thank you, he said. Thank you, Harry. I love that, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has been really supportive. He's been really supportive of Harry and the Invictus Games. He was there at the closing ceremony. He was there to support Team Canada and just the Invictus Games Foundation itself, and you can just see how incredible he is, and how proud he is of Harry and what he has done and has achieved when it comes to the Invictus game. So the Duke of Sussex took in the tribute with emotion as the crowd stood on their feet and cheered, fighting back tears and throwing a thumbs up. Trudeau and Harry spent time together at the Invictus Games earlier on Sunday, catching indoor rowing in the 7th edition of the International Adaptive Sports Tournament for wounded, injured, and sick veterans that Prince Harry, a former captain in the British Army, founded as a means for healing in 2014. The competition ran in Vancouver and Whistler, Canada from February 8th to February 16th, and the Canadian Prime Minister hit the stage towards the start of the closing ceremony to congratulate the athletes. And moving on, here's what he also said. So this is still part of his speech, right? So it is just such an honor to be here because the Invictus Games are about more than competition. They're about perseverance in the face of adversity, and they are about the strength and resilience of the human spirit. Trudeau said in his brief speech, it's about not letting an injury, whether be it physical or mental, define who you are or what you can accomplish. It's about inspiring your fellow veterans, your fellow compatriots who have or are putting their lives on the line to defend our values, our liberty, our freedom. It's about all of you. Each and every one of you is an inspiration. I totally agree. Like that speech, I don't know about you, but that speech to me is just so emotional. And I know I can understand why Harry broke down to hear such words. And it's just like a reminder, you are on the right path. You are changing lives. You are doing what matters. You've created awareness. You've built this foundation, this Invictus game foundation from the ground up, and it keeps thriving. It's global, and people see that, and people appreciate that. And for that, we want to say thank you. And for each and every person who was who was at the Invictus Games competition, whether you won a medal, whether you did not, we are so damn proud, because you know what, you took the moment, you were like, you chose yourself, you chose not to be let down by your mental distress and injury. You fought through all that and you persevered, and for that we are so proud. And Harry sees that, and I'm sure now he knows it, because you know, people rarely say nice things about him, but we do, because we love him a lot. And we just want to say thank you for what you've done for veterans, for the many lives you've changed, for such a multi-international sport, for creating a platform where such veteran service men and women can interact with people. They can fight whatever demons they're battling. They are reminded that they're not alone, and I think that is remarkable. And I love that the Prime Minister, Canada's Prime Minister, was there to defend, to support, to show support. And that's just beautiful. Sometimes it's good to give people flowers whenever they do something that's remarkable. Let's give them flowers. Let's not focus on bad energy and just say, you know what? He really has changed life. He's really created a platform that's big, that's huge. South Korea just made a bid to host the Invictus Games come 2029. 2027 they're going to be back in the UK. That's a story for another day. 2 years is a long time. We know Canada's head of state, King Charles, could care less, about his veterans, but we're not focused on that. We are focused on what Harry has done, and Harry has been proven time and time again that he is going to be by these veterans. He's going to make sure he provides an environment or a place where they are also appreciated, and I think that speaks volume of who he is as a person. So the Invictus Games just ended, and a lot of moments took place, which, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm going to have a rundown with them. So that was just what Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had to say. There was a speech at the Invictus Games that left Harry super emotional, and I want also to continue insisting we are so proud of you, Harry. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for having our veterans, our servicemen and women in mind. Thank you for building them, for uplifting them. You are remarkable, and we celebrate you. So thank you guys. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. As always, remember to comment, to like, to share, to subscribe. That's super important. So I'm still going to do a rundown of all the moments that took place. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.